Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Flashback Tony Kroos card to review today. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 6 foot tall with medium work rates, right-footed, 3-star skills with a 5-star weak foot. In regards to his in-game player traits, he has nothing crazy important. He's got 82 acceleration with 75 sprint speed, so we're going to be giving him a shadow chemistry style to boost his pace as much as possible playing through the midfield. With the shooting on the card, he's got 84, 84, 98 with 94 long shots, 90 volleys at 93 composure, which is actually very good for someone who is going to be mostly playing as a center mid or as a CDM, because that 5-star weak foot with medium work rates and pretty decent defensive capabilities with the shadow chemistry style is definitely something cool to look forward to. With passing, he's got 97, 97, 90 with 94 vision. Okay, so crazy passing stats as well to work with his 5-star weak foot as well. The dribbling we're actually going to be trying out in game, obviously, because he is 6 foot tall with 80 agility, 87 balance. However, the card does have 94 reactions with 94 ball control and 95 dribbling with 93 composure. So we're obviously going to be testing out what that's like with all of those together. Now, with the shadow chemistry style, we are improving his defensive capabilities as much as possible. With a card like this, it's strange, right? Because you could, right? You could potentially give him an engine chemistry style just to make him feel like a more well-rounded midfielder. However, your pace would be a little bit low, right? So if he has a certain attacking AI in regards to, utilizing empty space a certain way, it's always going to be best to be able to have that pace as much as possible, right? With the shadow chemistry style, it's always going to depend on gameplay as well, whether it's up to par or not in regards to dribbling. So we'll see what the vibes are there. But for base card stats, they do look very good. For his physical body type, right? He does have an average body type too. So we're going to see what that's like with that as well. And then for physical stats, he's got 80 for strength and then 87 for stamina. So the way that I am going to be using this card in the team is going to be in a 4-4-2 formation. I know, really boring, but I think it'll definitely be very ideal for us to try him out in this way. So we're going to do balance 5 for width, 6 for players in the box, and then we're going to have the team set up like this. So we're going to go ahead and put Patrick here, Ronaldo up top with Kulusevski. And then we'll just use it like that because, it's a well-balanced team. The two mids, we're going to have Patrick Vieira on stay back while attacking cover center, while Tony Kroos will be playing on balance instructions. The rest of the team, I'm totally down for how it's currently set up. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. So yeah, we'll be mostly trying him out in the 4-4-2 because I'll be able to test out his attacking and defensive capabilities. What we can actually do here is we can tell him to get forward, because when we tell these players to, force their attacking AI forward, we could have some opportunities where we'll be able to see what he's like pushing back as well into the defensive areas. Although it is a center mid position, so it's not as defensive as the actual CDM position. So we'll see what the vibes are, guys. Okay, so we have a cool team here. Nice. Nice. I don't actually mind the Joe Gomez links because of Curtis Jones. It actually makes sense for the link ups that he wants to go with. It looks like he's lined up in like a 5-3-2 or a 4-1-2-2 maybe. Something like that. Alright guys, so we'll go to our 4-4-2. Let's see what the vibes are with this card. His height is actually not that bad to work with in regards to like transitioning left and right. His pace with the shadow chemistry style definitely helps out a lot for sure. Like you can kind of see that he moves left and right really nicely. It's not like super emphasized in any way. It has a little bit of emphasis, obviously, because the agility and balance is not like crazy up there, but, So with a card like this, because he is a medium work rated player, you do have to take that into consideration when it comes to defending in your team, right? Like the medium high obviously makes a big difference if you want someone to be a little bit more defensive oriented. Now, with a card like this in your team, he'll obviously be really nice to have in like a 5-3-2 setup or in a 4-1-2-2 setup where he's one of your midfielders, right? You kind of see in that situation right there that he actually does come back inside the 18-yard box to defend against Ronaldo. Oh, good reach right there. Let's see what he does here. We're going to push the ball down here. Nice little run. Oh, he gets the pass downwards. He does attack right there in that scenario, which is nice. Definitely appreciate that for sure. Yeah, he has really good selective attacking AI. That's actually awesome. Yeah, his dribbling you do have to work with a little bit in regards to responsiveness, but, you know, it's going to be an obvious thing with him for sure. First time? Oh, what a finish with that 5-star weak foot. Let's go. We overcommitted him on that run right there because, hey man, if you could get him on that 5-star weak foot with really, really good base card stats for shooting, he'll be able to score those opportunities for you, bro. Let's go. First time strike. Kulusevski, nicely done. Toni Kroos getting involved with the play right there. You can work with his dribbling, guys. His dribbling is not awful to work with because normally when the agility and the balance is around the 70s, that's when it really becomes like a problem for good build-up play. But I will tell you that the way that he feels in game right now, it's a card that you definitely use as one of your center mids, whether that's a 2 midfield setup or a 3 midfield setup. He'll definitely be very ideal there. Or if you play him as a CDM in a 4-2-3-1 as a little bit of an attacking-oriented player, then he'll definitely be very fun to use because medium is not a bad thing to use when it's in the CDM position. In the 2 midfield setup with Patrick Vieira and Toni Kroos, it's well balanced, but sometimes you have that thing where you want to be a little bit more defensive with Toni Kroos, and that's where sometimes a high or a medium high would be better. But it's still really fun to use so far. I like it. Nice, Kroos. Do a bounce pass there, get the angle off. Work that middle space there if someone actually does it. Nice. Boom. Shot across. Ah. Trying to go for his 5-star weak foot right there. Just didn't come off nicely. Legrand switch. Let's go, baby. Oh. Oh, didn't register the Patrick Vieira. We move. Oh, I put way too much power behind that. Ah, man, on his 5-star weak foot too, I would have had that. You kind of have to power up the shot a certain way for him to kind of like commit into it quicker before the defender gets the ball off of him, which is why I power it so he kind of strike that ball really quickly with that certain power that he has. But, man, I almost had that opportunity there. Oh, look at that on his 5-star weak foot, bro. Let's go. Well done. It's so good that his base card stats for shooting is the way that it is for him to be able to hit those opportunities. Oh, I got that shot cancel off right there with his finesse shot. Dude, I'm telling you guys, man, having a 5-star weak foot in this game, it's so freaking crazy. I love it, dude. For passes, just for dribbles and stuff, it's for shots especially, it's amazing. Look at that. That's from a finesse shot. I've never seen an animation where the ball went that way for those types of saves. See, he does get back into positions, though. Like, it's not like you're offside for that one. It's not like he doesn't get back at all, right? It's just that, you know, it's just the work rates that doesn't make him push back consistently. Finesse shot? Oh, I hit the crossbar again. It came off of the... He did a touch there that kind of like ruined the finesse shot there, but his shooting is nice, man. If I put less power into these strikes, they're all goals. There he is coming back in defense as well. I passed that to him, but the game's like, our passing's awful, so... Oh, that was a really nice angled run, but then the game just didn't register Toni Kroos there. Nice. Okay, welcome to FIFA. Oh, I have that space. I have that space. Oh, what a block. I saw that space there, that's why I went for that angled run immediately, and it went off me too. Oh. Oh, let's go, Kroos. Oh, Alisson's amazing. I can't even fault that because Alisson's just a different... He's one of those different breed goalkeepers for sure. Touch. There you go. Oh, at least in again. I had to take that small touch there for the finesse shot to come off a little bit more consistently. 5-star weak foot? Ah, I wanted to try that. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Flashback Toni Kroos card. So it's one of those cards where everything that you see from his in-games just make a lot of sense for how he performs in-game, right? So the medium work rates, the 5-star weak foot, the base card shooting stats, the pace with defensive stats, all of that is very noticeable in-game. Now, in my opinion, if you want to use a card like Toni Kroos in your team, you can use him in a 2 midfield setup like the way that we did with the 4-4-2, right? Playing as one of the center mids. You definitely can do that, right? But with a card like this, he feels better if you use him in a 3 midfield setup, right? Because if you have this card on stay back while attacking cover center, then you have that CDM on stay back cover center as well, while you have a more attacking oriented center mid next to him, the balance in your team will be very good because a card like this, attacking wise, isn't crazy ideal because of the dribbling stats, right? It's better to have players like Bruno Fernandes and stuff as the attacking and defensive oriented player because of their dribbling stats and such. But you could still definitely do it with this Toni Kroos card, but it's a little bit more rough with the dribbling for the attacking aspect of it. But for a card like this, if he's on stay back while attacking and you can utilize that 5-star weak foot and see that the player sometimes will go into the empty space anyways on the attack, it'll definitely be a better balance. You know how Real Madrid plays in like a 4-3-3? Kind of like that, right? Like Modric is very good at being an attacking oriented midfielder. Toni Kroos being a very balanced, right? Like it's very realistic, being a very balanced midfielder playing through the middle while you have Casemiro as your defensive oriented players, right? So that's how he kind of should play in game, in my opinion. Although, like I said, you can use it in a 4-4-2 and he could still be very fun, like you guys saw with the goals and the opportunities that we did get with him. Now, in regards to pace, you do notice the pace a little bit, obviously, because 92 acceleration, 85 sprint speed is not necessarily the meta in this game, but you could still work with it really nicely. It's not like this terrible thing by any means. Defensively, you do also notice it being a little bit low for sure in certain scenarios, but it still makes the most sense to give him the shadow chemistry style because of the pace boost that he's given. Because honestly, I would just work with the dribbling stats myself in game because it's not like it's terrible because of the base card stats that he has for dribbling, right? So with a card like this, it's very fun, man. That 5-star weak foot that he has to shoot, pass, dribble is amazing, right? You can obviously see from some of the opportunities, from very low percentage strikes, he still hits them really nicely. I don't often take long shots with these types of guys because long shots are not really a crazy effective way to score in FIFA nowadays. But obviously, if you do pop them in from time to time with this card, you may be able to score with them. But it's just not a meta way of scoring in this game because of how it's kind of set up. Like the only real meta way of scoring outside the 18 is usually with the finesse shots. That's why Team of the Year Messi is absolutely disgusting at them. And I feel like EA needs to understand that when it comes to cards in this game when they release them new, is that they have to give them these types of traits to make them really fun in those areas. Now, for a card that's 343k, what you are essentially paying for with an SBC or from a price value is a realistic Toni Kroos card in game that actually can fit the meta of the game, if that makes any sense, right? Like he's not going to be a full meta card by any means, he's still going to fit the meta of the game well, if that makes any sense, right? Like, obviously with Pedro Gonçalves, I was so happy that he performed better than when I thought he would, but he's just not necessarily a full meta card or a meta card, but this card can play in the meta really nicely, as long as you line him up properly with other players around him nicely as well. So, yeah, Shadow Chemistry Style definitely makes the most sense. If you guys end up getting this card and you use him in that way, I think you guys will have a lot of fun with him, man. That 5-star weak foot is beautiful to have, and the medium works out really nicely for that 3 midfield setup as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.